Hey guys, welcome to TheRiaya and a quick tutorial on very basic things in Davinci Resolve. If you do not have the program downloaded and installed, you can click the link below and download the program and this is the very first thing you're going to see is the project manager and untitled project. You can just double click on that and load it up. This video is just going to be showing you the basics of getting your timeline set up and cross dissolve. Now, you could either find your video files on the top left over here, or you can just click on the actual video folder itself, use that instead. I got these two files here. I'm going to put them in. So I'm going to click, drag and drop. Now, as long as the H.264 is set up properly and it's not, say, using a recorded video from QuickSync with OBS or something, then it could actually ask you to just automatically change the project settings. That's great because then you just click change and that's all done. If you want to, you could manually do it from file and project settings. Now in here you'll see here the FPS is locked. That's because I already dragged these two files into it. And I set it to 1080i 60. That's perfectly fine because as it exports, it'll just, if it was, say, 1080 interlace 60, it'll automatically change it to 60 or 30 FPS progressive format instead. Or if it makes you fidgety, just go on down, find 1080p, set it to 30, just click save, and it'll be done. You can just go right on over to edit, and you'll see your files up here. Now, if you want to actually set an in and out point, you can just click on it, move the file, move it across, set your out point. I'll leave the end point exactly where it was, and then I'm going to do the same with Riders of Icarus. Now you'll notice these clips probably from an earlier video I posted online about Davinci Resolve. Yes, they are the exact same ones as before, but we're just going to use these for quick edit and do. So in the timeline, if you want to zoom in and out, hold down the Alt key on your keyboard and just move the mouse wheel down and up, at least on the Windows version. I'm sorry I don't have the editor to tell you how the hotkeys are on the Mac, so it's just what I have to do it on. If you want to jump clips, you can use the up and down arrow keys on the keyboard itself to get that done. Alright, so we got these two files here. You want to add a 2-second transparency, and there are two ways you can go about this from the beginning. You could either take the top left section here and just drag it across to 2 seconds, or instead you can right click on it and say cross dissolve 60 frames. This is a 30 FPS video, 60 frames equals 2 seconds. You could also adjust the transparency to exactly how you like it, add to it, subtract from it just by clicking on it. This makes it very quick and simple, so you don't have to be messing around with it from just the top left. Now when I hit play here, it'll have the crossfade in, and yada yada. Now, to add a cross dissolve fade, it's actually quite easy. You take where the two clips are split, right click on it, and it just adds 60 FPS for a 2-second cross dissolve, and it'll swap on over to the other clip. See? Nice and smooth. Now, if you're using the same clip for a cross dissolve, I'll tell you right now, you're going to get skipping unless you go up to the playback render cache and you set it to user and you let it render the section that you cross dissolve, because you're technically running through the same file and then you're jumping around on it, and Davinci Resolve does not like that very much. So this is a quick cross dissolve setup for Davinci Resolve. In the end, just go here and just set it to 60, and if that's all you need, then it's perfect. When you're done with that, you can actually go straight to deliver. We're not going to go into color. There's no point in that other than when we start working on transparencies, or say you want to change the scene itself, and we'll get to that later on. It's more advanced stuff. Alright, now go to deliver, and you can just double check. It'll show the clips that are being rendered. Export video. If it's not on QuickTime, set it to QuickTime. And you're going to change the codec. Go all the way down to H.264. At this point in time, you can leave it alone and just add to render, select where you want to render it, as it shows here. Or you can at least go over to audio, change it from linear PCM, which is the dot wave format for audio, and select AAC. 192 is the highest it can go. For a stereo type environment, that's more than enough for AAC. Or again, leave it at linear PCM, and then you'll have it uncompressed. The video itself will automatically render at the highest quality possible, and it will actually automatically adjust the bit rate and such, and take the time to get that done. You don't need to be messing with this, at least for just this basic setup and tutorial. You can go to File, set the name of it yourself, or leave it untitled if you want to. I'll just name this real quick to Davinci Quick Tutorial. Alright, add a render queue. I'll just put it on H and hit OK. It'll add the render job over here. That way, if you got other things you want to do, you can go back to edit, add another timeline if you want to for whatever else you want to do. But again, that's more advanced stuff. We'll get to that later. And since that's fully done, you just click it to start render. Now for the actual rendering itself, it does this in software. The program itself is set up with it's set up using OpenCL. So instead of that, you could also set it up to force it to use CUDA with an NVIDIA card. That's what I actually do, because CUDA is faster than OpenCL. I have a R9 390 and I have a NVIDIA 660 Ti, and the 660s with CUDA is definitely faster. Now, with the free program, you can only use one graphics card. That's perfectly fine, actually. If you watch a Linus Tech Tips video, which I will link in the description below, he went through and put on multiple Titan X's, and he did a 4K testing with it. He actually got frame drops looking more like the Quadro card he had in there, which is a $5,000 card, compared to like $3,000 of using 3 Titan X's for rendering. It was actually kind of amusing and entertaining, so I hope you enjoy that. Why do I use this program? 1, hardware acceleration. Those are the 2 words you need to know. 2, this is an absolute professional program that they recently made for full-on video editing instead of just being a color program for, like, say, Hollywood films or such. 3, of course, again, it's free. Why wouldn't you want to use this? It's free. 4, it has multi-monitor support out of the box. And 5, other than using, say, noise reduction and such, this program is not gimped. I've stated this before in my other Davinci Resolve video I've made. I will state it again here and probably in future videos. This is not gimped really whatsoever for editing that you would like. I guess there's 6. You could purchase different FX for it if you want to use instead of just the basic ones, or try and find open FX ones that are free to use. Haven't had the best of luck there, but that just seems to be how it is. Once this video's finished, I'll load it up and show you on the screen real quick. Obviously there will be audio with it, and I'll just mute that on Pop Player. See, just loads on out. All done. Rendering was around 40 FPS. It seems to be pretty decent until it gets to the crossfades and of course the effects. So that's just how it is. I'll just go here real quick. Should have just saved it in the same folder, but I didn't because I'm a Nimrod like that. Go to H. It should be under Davinci Resolve. D. There, right here. I'll mute it and just have it play through. See, not a single issue. Works great, and as I stated before, really high quality. So I hope you like this tutorial. Like this video if you like it. Dislike it if you didn't. If you enjoy what you see on this channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I hope you come back for more.